How's it going, everyone? Thank you for joining Shop Talk Live. My name is Rick Ramirez. I'm also known as Rick's 2 Cents, along with my fellow co-host, Steve from Steve Makes Everything.
Yep.
And Rogers just came back from Mexico, so I'm not sure if he's settled in or still getting off a plane or what's the deal, but he may be joining us later.
Buried in snow.
Yeah, maybe he came back and just said, "What was I thinking?"
Yeah, so he should have stayed in Mexico.
Yeah, so I got an email, a nasty gram from Lowe's yesterday, and it said that they sent me that snowblower, and I haven't done a review. So I said, we haven't got over 2 inches of snow. So tomorrow I'm going to do a review on a snowblower with no snow.
Graveling, shooting gravel out of your driveway.
I'm going to go over the features. And say I'll do a follow-up video when you can actually see
it with the. Is it a snowblower like a handheld one, or is it a?
Yes, the handheld one. It has like a tracks, like a tank.
Yeah. I hate the. I would never recommend the track drive snowblower to anybody.
So to me, the whole idea with that is that bad habits, right? So like you're used to muscling it has hydraulic steering. So as soon as you stop doing what you've always done, you just do this. That thing will spin on a dime, right? But you're just used to not doing that.
There's a reason you don't use a bulldozer to shovel your driveway too, right? So
my driveway's pretty long, so.
My driveway is 150 feet long and 3 cars wide.
Yeah, so we're about the same. Yeah, so my paved driveway is about 150 feet long, and then my gravel driveway is probably half.
Yeah, and the brutal thing here is there is always wind.
Yeah,
like not just a breeze, a wind.
Yeah. Spectrum of Reality said, "How's it going, boys? How's it going?
Hey.
Hello. Let us know where you guys are checking in from." We said that there's a lot of changes in the makerspace where the go-to app or the go-to how to get your feet wet, so to speak, because everyone kind of mutually agrees is Etsy, right? And the reason people say go to Etsy is because that you can have a phenomenal website if nobody knows you exist, right? That they're just not going to drive the traffic. Etsy takes a very large portion of your money with all the fees and everything else. So most people's object is to gain a customer and pull them off Etsy into their website and get a repeat customer off of it. And that's how you kind of get known.
I mean, I have an Etsy store. I don't ever really sell too much on there for that reason, right? Because usually people will see something on there that I have as a listing and they'll go, I really like that, but I want this other thing. And then I say, well, I don't sell that on Etsy, so let's go offline.
Right.
I mean, Etsy, if you're just getting started, sure.
Right.
But your goal should not be to get on Etsy. Your goal should be to get off of Etsy.
I agree, because the other problem is that even if you are extremely successful on Etsy, and I'm saying this not from experience in Etsy, but experience in eBay, and something goes south where you get your account banned, you just lost all your income.
Yeah, it's your whole business, right?
So I was doing tons of stickers with a 54-inch vinyl plotter. I mean, everything you can imagine, all kinds of signs, and maybe 30,000 items a month, right? Five people working for me full time. And then all of a sudden I started getting all these negative feedbacks, and the people were buying it and leaving me feedback before you even sent it out. So I told eBay, how can you leave me negative feedback saying poor quality or whatever? I haven't even sent it yet. They haven't received it to say it's negative. And eBay wouldn't make it right. So I got banned. I ended up setting up a new account. They tracked my IP address and said I was banned, shut me down. I got my IP address changed, set up a new account, and they figured out I was the same guy, did the same exact thing, and I got off eBay. So I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but I'm just saying lessons learned, right? So my problem was that was my livelihood, eBay. That was it. Like I didn't have to go outside of it because it was pretty much all that I could handle. But it really hurt me financially and everything else when that happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't sell on eBay, but yeah, just the way I do business, I don't really sell anywhere in volume, right? So like Etsy is good if you want to sell 1,000 of something a month. But that's just not how I work, right?
Yeah.
like, well, Tim's on now, right? Yes, he is. So I did this for Tim. This is for, actually, it'll have a screw in the bottom, a bolt hole for to mount on a trophy. Apparently for the guy who brings in the most lobsters. Well, the person, will say,
Nice.
not a guy necessarily, but this was done on a bamboo H2C.
So the reason I brought that up, the whole thing with Etsy, was because we said that Etsy was originally designed as a makerspace, right? And it had to be handmade, or you had to be a person making it. But then what happened is Etsy changed so bad that it was the only way you really become successful is if you're basically paying for ads or advertisement or to have yours go to the top. And you really weren't competing with makerspace. You were competing with China, who were mass producing it. And at some points, even lying, saying they were stateside and they weren't. You know when you get it from China. Yeah. But then Etsy kind of had a reform, was kicking a lot of those people off. So for the first time in Facebook Marketplace, which I do now sell a lot on, I'm seeing when I search for something that it literally says it's not Facebook Marketplace. They're kind of doing like Walmart does. You know, Walmart allow anyone to sell on it, but it allows you, it'll flat out say that they're, you know, not affiliated, whatever. So now when you're clicking on it, it's taking you straight to Alibaba, you know, to all these other Chinese websites, but they're being advertised directly into Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it's, well, I mean, this is maybe one of the hazards of globalization, but I mean, it might in fact be handmade, but you know, a million people making the same thing.
Yeah.
For one company. Yeah.
So before we were online, I laughed at Steve because he said he broke down one day and he made the lizard or the little toy. So I made my first.
The print in place.
Yes, and these are for Ricky's Valentine's Day party. He's going to give them away to all the kids in his class. So Steve said that I'm going to regret it because now the kids are going to know that he can make them and they're going to want more.
You're now a slave to 5-year-olds. Yeah.
So thanks to Roger, when I was asking what does he really think of Sunlu, he used a lot of Sunlu. I ended up buying some Sunlu. This is that roll that's like all the different colors mixed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool how it does that two-tone feature on it.
Yeah, I've been talking to Sunlu actually this week, in fact.
Nice.
They're suggesting we do a partnership of some sort because I use a pile of Sunlu filament, way more than I use bamboo filament actually.
So I like bamboo filament, the fact that I can just set it and forget it. Just
Sunlu's the same.
But
same settings.
But I can't say that I favor something I can't buy. You can't have something you can't buy, right?
Right.
And bamboo's just always sold out. I mean, like, and I order a lot at a time, but they're just always sold out. And I'll be honest, I'm Amazon spoiled now. I can go order Creality or Sunlu and have it the next day by 4:00. So that also means I don't need extra inventory in stock because I have to kind of barricade my back area with stock.
Well, the reason I got talking to Sunlu, or Sunlu started talking to me, was because I sent them a bit of a nasty gram because I use this matte gray PLA filament and I use a ton of it. And I went to the Amazon store and it wasn't there. Like they had orange and red and black and white, all the typical colors, but no gray. So I sent them a nasty gram and said, like, what the hell? Why have you stopped making gray? Like I use this all the time.
Right.
But I used my YouTube email address and I guess they kind of looked me up and went, oh, okay. So what they did was they ran out of it. So it was out of stock, but rather than just have the listing there with nothing in it, they just took the listing away. And it's like, well, how am I supposed to know that it's out of stock?
Right.
It's gone as far as I can tell. So anyway, it got resolved, but
that's cool.
Who knows? So maybe I'll do something with Sunlu because I like their filament. It's like, it's cheaper. It's a couple dollars a spool cheaper than bamboo, and I actually like a lot of it better. Now they don't have nearly as many colors, but
yeah, I have nothing negative to say, but I'm only one roll in. So I'm like 40 rolls into Bamboo Labs and like 15 rolls into Crealities. Crealities, I think, print just as good as Bamboo. My only thing about Creality is once in a while it gets tangled or the end has a hard pinch. When you're setting up multiple colors for it to roll from one to the other, they'll get stuck. That's it. But as far as like print quality, and the only thing that sucks is when you have a print that's like really long and it's in the middle of the night. I've actually switched my rolls. Like instead of having like the roll that's like almost out, it's gonna go to a new roll. I switched them because I don't want it to run out while I'm sleeping, and then I know it's Creality, and it might. I wake up to the red flashing light, and it should have been done, but it stopped. 3 hours into my sleep.
Yeah, that's always the dread.
Yeah.
I don't use Creality's filament very often.
Yeah, I bought it because honestly it was Amazon Prime, and I thought if it sucked I'd send it back and I'd have no problems.
Yeah. No, I think it's probably fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some really, any of the no-name type filaments, you have to be cautious of some of those, but
yeah. So David said hello from South Milwaukee. Hello, hello.
Welcome back, David.
Good evening from Chicago.
Jim, did you get your circular image put on the bottom of your martini glasses?
Oh, you're up, Steve.
Northern Ontario, yeah, Ontario for the rest of us. I didn't know Spectrum of Reality was from Northern Ontario. Must be like a Sudbury guy. or no, he's from Saskatchewan, I think he said.
I think Roger is. He was just coming back from Mexico, so yeah.
Lost in the snow.
I told him don't get too dark. You might get captured by ice. How far north Spectrum?
Yeah, could be the Arctic Circle.
All right, so here's the response to my Etsy thing. Chris said, Etsy is sort of bait and switch. People get to find your website from there. Yeah, exactly like I said. I think it's kind of like paying for Google Ads, right?
Yeah, I mean, Etsy's basically your paid sales team, right? It costs a lot of money, but you'll get sales.
Yes.
But if you're in volume business, that's great. If you're not, it's not really a good thing. So
Tony said, don't forget to smash that like button. Yes, please do.
Yeah.
I do enjoy seeing where everyone's checking in from. It's definitely cool seeing that we're definitely a global audience now. I think I'd say United States, Canada, UK, Australia are pretty hard on our Shop Talk Live. So that's cool.
So Tim, as I mentioned to Tim today, the little lobster I showed you, he can put that on his shelf in his store. The big lobster, and Tim, I hope you said 7-inch base because it's 7 inches. If it isn't, we'll be finding a different color of brown for the base.
Chris said, I call those sites like Walmart, sales brokers. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and as long as you go into it knowing, that's okay. But the other thing is that you got to be honest and figure out what your cost is, because if you can't always be the bottom of the barrel because you end up taking a loss. I saw this video the other day. I forget his name. That's horrible. The guy we had on who was all the CNCs. Not Andy, the other guy.
Oh, yeah. I've now forgotten it, too.
A fellow YouTuber was selling an item massively for like a year until you realize he was losing like $1.18 every time it sold. But the thing is, like, you got to add up all those fees. You think, well, if I'm still making $5 and I'm selling 1,000, that's 5,000. That's 5,000 and a half. But if you didn't do all the math to figure it all out, kind of find out you're losing $2 every time you sell it. That's a lot of money.
6,000 in cost, but 5,000 in revenue.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely something you want to think about, and it's those lower priced items that they'll get you.
Yeah, I mean, generally the percentage Etsy is about 20%, I think, but there's a minimum, right? So
Right.
if you sell something for $1, there's no way you're going to make money on it.
Yeah, and the old way, like eBay, what people would do is they'd inflate the shipping costs because they didn't charge you the shipping costs, and the price would be cheaper, but the total cost would be cheaper than someone else. And as a buyer, you knew what the seller was doing. You're like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, it's still cheaper than the other guy, and you knew what they were doing. But Etsy's onto that. You can't do that in Etsy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Etsy's kind of a broken business model, but everyone knows who they are, right? So
Sandals David Graven said, just finished a 34-hour expensive lesson. Printing the enclosure for the PET G and PLA support. Part is black while support is white. And guess how many poop for this goof? Will not do it again. Do you have an AMS or?
Well,
Well, I guess if you have a single head versus dual head.
He's only got a single head, right? So you're doing a ton of purging.
Yeah. Now it's crazy. It's crazy in the software itself. It tells you, like, because you have a dual head, you saved 237 changes and 116 grams of filament. Like, whoa, wow.
The other thing you can do is, rather than switching filaments, you can change. There's a setting that basically says how tight the support is to the actual object, and you can space it out. Like normally it's, I think, about 0.1 millimeter gap. So in other words, it's touching, but you can break it out. You can make it like, I think I have, when I print the supports for this lobster, because there's supports all over the place on this thing. I think I have the gap set to like 0.3 millimeters. And even though it's PLA supports, they just fall off.
Yeah.
But they're still there to support, right? So
you've been talking about,
you can try that too.
You've been talking about fails lately. My son wanted to print this for my wife for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, nice.
Right? But every time I printed it, you see the fingers?
Yeah, the support marks there.
Well, they're supposed to be round. They were flat. Yeah. Every time, no matter how many, it would never keep doing that. So we're gonna sand it a little.
Yeah, but that's the mark there is from a support, right?
No, it literally, like, the support didn't hold it, and the round part that was supposed to be the finger just fell down. It wasn't staying up.
You can change the density, like you're using tree supports.
I tried tree supports and I tried those bars. I tried both.
Yeah, bars wouldn't be good. But if you're using tree supports, you can change the density of the tree support. So when it gets up to the finger, you can just have like lots of little tree branches.
Okay.
That might help.
I have to check.
I don't remember the setting though, but you can, because by default, if you're using default trees, it finds a balance, right?
Right.
And that balance, especially on a curved surface, it won't be good.
I mean, this thing is huge. It took 3 days. Yeah. I printed 3 times. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like life size. Look at my hand.
You probably should have removed those 3 black lines off the back of the gloves, because that looks an awful lot like Mickey Mouse's hands.
It's a gift from my wife. It's not
Disney's gonna sue you.
That's fine. Chris said Sunlu actually makes bamboo filaments. Yeah,
but I can tell you they're not the same.
Yeah, they may be made in the same factory, but doesn't mean that they're the same.
Different blend or something.
Yeah.
I showed it last week. The gray on the outside of the boxes that I was printing, the multi-board boxes, the stripy stuff was bamboo filament. But I could show you, if it wasn't all mounted together, I could show you a Sunlu gray, and it is perfect. There's no ripples in it. Like there was even kind of ringing on the bamboo filament that's not there when I print it with Sunlu.
Jack said,
so I don't know. I mean, I know they're made in the same company, but
what are we talking about, Willis? Who remembers that? What are we talking about, Willis?
Well, I'm old enough to remember that. Are you?
Yeah, I watched it. Chris said Sunlu makes so much better filament for different companies like Igloo.
Yeah, they make. Yeah, I mean, they're one of the biggest filament manufacturers on the planet. So, but that doesn't mean they're all the same.
Spectrum Reality said close Close? No, I am close to
Sudbury. Yeah. Mining
about an
town.
hour and a half away.
Oh, that's not too bad. An hour and a half. Timmins, North Bay, somewhere in there.
The Canadians.
Where do I get Sunlu from? Tony's asking. I buy it on Amazon. It's here the next day.
Yes. So people are surprised that Amazon's in Canada.
Yeah. You can buy it from their store too, and I think they actually ship out of Amazon when they can.
Well, that's cool. That's smart. Kevin said, I just worked for 2 weeks in Montreal. Snowed every day. Lots of potholes that swallowed cars.
Yeah, that's pretty much describes that city right now.
Chicago, there was a guy, because the city is like horrible potholes. I'm talking like boom, like you oh god, like that, like you just like, I know I ruined my rib. That's how bad it is, right? The guy was going around pink spray paint and just drawing dicks around the potholes, and they wanted people to turn them in. Well, guess what the city was doing when there's making the news? There's big giant penises drawn in the middle of the streets. They're fixing them,
and they're showing these gigantic potholes. Yeah,
it's
good advertising. Viral marketing.
Yeah. So yeah, they got them fixed. Good evening from Nebraska. Hello, hello. If anyone has any questions, let us know. Let us know.
I've been working on the alien cell laser review.
Nice.
I kind of got stuck though. Lightburn is driving me crazy lately. There's bugs in Lightburn, and I hit them all the time. But I'll sort it out.
Speaking of bugs, the one bug I've been noticing in Bamboo software is only when you have a non-Bamboo filament put inside of it, and you take it out and you go to put a new one in, it won't let me edit what's in it. I have to like turn the machine off a little bit and turn it back on.
No, you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
So when you put it in, it does a kind of a load unload operation, and then it does it.
It'll come back and it'll say what was in it before, and I'm like, edit. I want to edit and say something else.
That sounds like maybe there's an issue with your AMS.
I don't know. Yeah, but if I turn it off, 2 seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, turn it back on, everything's fine.
Oh, I've never seen that. The one I've seen more than once. The bug I've seen that kind of bothers me is, well, there's two of them. If you have more than one Bamboo printer, if you're using the app, the desktop app or the mobile app, just to monitor, it doesn't always bring up the camera. You have to kind of flip to some other page and then come back to the camera. But every once in a while, when I'm switching printers in the desktop app, it just suddenly stops accepting input from like a mouse. So you can't hit send, you can't slice, it's there, but you can't do anything, and it drives me nuts because I have to exit the application. But if that's the least of the bugs, I'm not too concerned.
Yeah,
it only happens maybe once a week, but it drives me nuts when it does.
Yeah, same about me with that reel. But like I said, if I'm using Bamboo Lab to Bamboo Lab, it never happens. It's only when I'm using a different brand. Yeah, it's not reading the RFID.
Save your RFIDs from empty spools
and just reuse them.
Yeah, I've been meaning to. I should have brought them actually. The little things that plug into the ends of the sides of the spools, and you can put the RFID tag in it, and then you can put it into a Sunlu spool or any other spool, and it makes it believe it's a Bamboo spool.
The only problem though is you'd have to pay attention to what color it was, right? Because it doesn't say on this.
No, but if you put it on a spool and run it into the AMS, it'll tell you what it is.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But so what I do is I have these things and I print the label for the thing that goes into the spool. I print it in the color of that filament.
Oh, okay.
And then matte or basic or sparkle, whatever, right? Just so I can come close to it.
Nice. JTC said No, I have not been able to get his logo to work in Lightburn. I'm waiting to talk to a graphic designer. What kind of problem are you having?
He's got an image that it's an SVG file, but the text in it is not actually text. It's converted to vector graphics. Let me know what that graphic artist is going to charge you, Jim. If it's outrageous, I'll find some time to do it for you. It's only like a 10-minute job.
Okay.
But I'd need the font. Jack in the Shop says people make the mistake of thinking lowering their price will get more sales. Yeah, this is the trap that I see people in on Etsy. He likes his Etsy prices above everyone else's. Yeah. I mean, there's always a race to the bottom in Etsy, and that's the influence from like China and India stores, right? Because their labor rates are non-existent, and they can charge next to nothing. Like even so, I see it in chess pieces, right? Ebony and rosewood here are insanely expensive. But I mean, they're chopping the stuff down and throwing it in a shredder in India. So they make ebony chess pieces for the price it would for like a tenth of the price that I could make them.
Yeah.
And good on them. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. But
right. Tony, so Rick, you fixed your audio issue. 2 things. One, I can't be on the opposite side of my basement. HVAC flashing, I think, is causing the Wi-Fi issue. And we did a little test before we went live with Steve and I. When I used Google Chrome, I was still breaking up. I went to Safari and no problem. So.
Yeah, well, don't get me started on Chrome. My wife is totally addicted to Chrome, and it's like, come on, use a real browser. This thing is terrible. Of course, it doesn't help. Like whenever she has problems, she'll call me into her office, and I'll go look, and she's got a Chrome window open, and like the top is just all you can see in the tab is an X. There's so many tabs across the top. It's
200
like
tabs open.
Every one of those things is using memory, right?
Right. Yeah. Santa Laser Graven says, "It the fact the color changes is so drastic, they purge so long. Flash forward sets their purge by color, not volume. Apparently, unless you mod."
Yeah, there's definitely things that they can do to improve this situation. Like, I mean, what Bamboo did on the H2C was if you've got, like, if you're printing yellow and blue, the yellow will always be done with one nozzle, and the blue will always be done with the other. So when it switches, it doesn't have to purge. But if you've only got one head, then they would have to do what Santa's suggesting here, is do some dynamic kind of predictive thing to purge as little as you have to speed things up. Centenro says, I would not be switching between PETG and PLA on the same print in the same nozzle. Yeah, there's some merit to that point. I mean, it depends how clean the purge is. I mean, you're purging in between, so it's probably not too bad. It's not like you would have to do a cold pull from switching between these two, but
yeah, because it's staying consistently hot throughout the print.
Yeah, it's just that the PETG tends to run at a different temperature, so the nozzle will be going up and down every time you're changing. It's all going to take time.
Right. So there's something to be said.
Yeah. I mean, really the solution, if you have multicolor, if you don't have multiple heads or a tool changer, you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
But, in the case of some of the entry printers, the fact that you can do color at all is pretty impressive. So.
Yeah, San Jose Grid said, I wanted the support to separate easily by doing that. Yeah. So before I was using PETG to PETG with supports, and Roger was the one who kept telling me you need to use
it's brutal.
You need to use the PLA with the PETG or vice versa. And after the second time with those hands trying to make me want to play, did it with the PLA, and yeah, it did peel separate, but it still didn't fix the problem that I was having not supporting.
Yeah, it depends on the print. Like this lobster thing I'm printing right now, I had to use PLA on PLA with PLA supports, just because the supports are like 4 inches off the workspace by the time you get to the top, and it just it's not stable. So I tried it a couple of times, and you'd break a support off or something, and it was a pain.
Yeah.
So I just changed the gap, and PLA works fine.
Central said if the purge volume between switching PETG and PLA is high enough, the print will be weaker between the switch happens.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to take this one?
Chris says, yeah, it's amazing how many house brands come out of major brand manufacturers with just slight mods. Well, this is everything, right? Lasers, filament, 3D printers.
Yes. That's China's model.
Yeah.
Literally. That's their MO right there. You want a laser? I think it was funny when you'd see these lasers and a company contact you. Like, we want you to promote this. We are the exclusive company in the United States going to be able to import this. And it's blue. And then you see the same exact one. It's red. I hope you didn't give them big deposits to be the exclusive importer of that brand, right?
Atom Stack is like this, right? Like they make their own printers and sell them, but they make a ton of printers for other companies, or lasers rather. And you can tell they're the same.
Right.
But like Aether, remember those guys? They were Atom Stack printers or lasers. Geez, I got a printer on the brain now. But they make just a ton of those. There's not so many of those discount ones around anymore, but they used to make all of those things.
Now, Chris said had one guy planting trees in potholes. That
Awesome.
got them to fix it pretty quick. That's funny. That's hilarious. Says, just curious, with venting lasers, how often do you clean the external exhaust fan? I'd say not often as I should.
Yeah, you could have a scheduled kind of regimen for this. On the X-Tool lasers, they tend to pop up a message and say, "Hey, it's time to clean this thing," and that's usually my indicator. It's the same with the maintenance on bamboo printers. I do it when it tells me, as opposed to every Tuesday or something.
So if I'm making cedar fence pickets, they tend to have like a lot of that sap in there, and
we lost him. See if he comes back. Anyway, yeah, it depends what you're working on. This is what Rick was getting to before he vanished. Where'd you go?
I booted myself on accident. I put my hand down like this on my keyboard, and it knocked me out.
You've been
censored
by yourself.
If I use cedar fence pickets or I use 1/4-inch plywood, I gotta clean it.
Yeah,
like because I'm doing like hundreds of them. Because it's Halloween or something. Once I'm done with that run, I gotta clean it. But what I haven't bought and I've been wanting to, and it could be gimmicky, I don't know. But I always see those like you put it on the drill to clean your dryer vent. You seen those?
Yeah.
And I want to buy one of those. I don't know how well it works, but I want to give it a shot. You ever used one of those?
No.
I figure they might work. Be easy to clean if they actually did work. ABT Marketing said, hey. All right, Steve, you can take this one.
Jack in the shop again. He says he was running some coins in Lightburn 2.1 on the fiber laser last night. It hung up on one of the coins at 64%. Yeah, this is kind of what I see. It just stopped and had to restart Lightburn. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Lightburn guys. Like their software just seems, every version of it seems to be getting more and more unstable.
So this is I'm notoriously bad for this. I never restart my computer. Thing is on for I don't know how long until it's like one of those things. You did an update, it's gonna force you to update.
Yeah.
But I made it a habit that whenever I'm going to use Lightburn, I reboot my computer before I even open it.
Yeah, I mean, there may be some merit in that, but why don't they just fix their damn software?
I know. I know. Well, what I'm saying is, I'm so pissed off. But exactly what Jack said.
Mine's been
because it does.
Mine's been nagging me to renew my license.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to.
Yeah, I got the newer one. I just did all.
I mean, I only use it for the Titan laser now. That's the only one that, unless it's like the Alien Cell supports Lightburn, but they have their own software which works really nicely. But the only one I have to use it for now that's actually in my shop is the Titan. And my own laser, but I think I'm going to retire that soon.
Spectrum Reality said that would highly depend on your setup and how much you use it and what you're using it for, man. I guess I'm keeping an eye on cleaning as well. Yeah, and that's why I said those two different materials that I use, it's almost like once I'm done with the job, I clean it. Other than that, like, I don't do it that often. I probably should.
Yeah, X-Tool on the P2 and P3 lasers, they monitor the flow in the exhaust. And if it starts to slow down, they tell you to clean the filters. There's a couple of screens in the front of the laser, and you can just clean them off.
Chris said, I run my exhaust fan outside room 24/7 because I keep forgetting to turn it on. Oh. Yeah, I don't run it 24/7. But you know what? I did buy one of those, thanks to Canada, hydrophonic setups.
Yeah.
And it's like a beast. Like,
You're gonna grow some weed in your basement too?
No, but it's so strong, and you can hardly hear it. Like,
yeah,
you can hardly hear it.
Yeah, I have a 6-inch one. That's
what I have.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
Yeah, yeah. You the only time you really hear it is when it's first spooling up, right? You hear the woo, and then once it's like at full RPMs, it almost is like silent. It's really balanced really well.
Yeah, it's just a little hum.
Yeah. Jack in the shop says, if you do painting on canvas lasers, you should clean it often. Now, I've been guilty of this on the one of my lasers. It has an enclosure, and when I had to rattle can something, it's freezing cold like right now. I've spray painted inside there and let it suck it out the exhaust outside. Just something small. On a
you know, there's optics inside that box, right?
I know. You know, didn't say it was a smart thing to do. Just said I've done it. Been guilty of it.
Santa says, Kevin, if you're running wood, I would clean it more often. Yeah, because it's got kind of an ash in the exhaust. I've been running for 2 months solid. I will clean it regardless of what the material is. Yeah, that's kind of a good guidance. And Spectrum.
Generally, I clean everything about every 2 weeks. Man, I wish I could be honest and say that, but
I definitely don't clean optics very often.
No.
I mean, in a diode laser, you've got positive pressure inside the nozzle anyway, so you're probably not going to get smoke in there. And
yeah, my longer B1, when I turn the 6-inch fan on, I got negative pressure. Literally goes, oh.
You can see the case shrink.
Yeah. So,
yeah, that's probably a bit much for.
Yeah. It's funny.
We don't know where Roger is, Jim. Jim's asking where Roger, if he's lost.
If you guys go to a grocery store, take a look at the milk carton. Steve and I, we put him on it.
Yeah, if you see Roger's face, you know what happened.
Tell him report directly to Shop Talk Live.
Santa says, I clean all the mirrors, lenses, and general cleaning about every 2 weeks as well.
Now,
man, you guys are so fastidious.
I believe him. And if anyone has ever seen his pictures of his shop that he posts on our Facebook page, Oh my god.
He starts with cleaning the lens and just continues for the whole shop. It's always like spotless.
He's got to be like that in the Forrest Gump movie when he's cleaning the floor with the toothbrush. I tell you what, he must have strict parents because he definitely keeps a tight ship. I'd say that. Yeah.
Well, he's got elves working for him, right? So.
ABT Marketing said Firefox here for the most part. I tend not to use Chrome for anything, but I'm a Firefox fan.
Wow, does Firefox still run? Holy cow!
Ooh. Roger still uses the AOL browser.
Now that I know won't run.
I was like, oh man, still got my AOL email. Who had AOL email? Don't lie. Don't lie.
For a while.
Yeah, well, I was Latin loving.
It's too much information, man.
David said, is that Snapmaker that has 4 heads of color printing?
4 or 6? 6, I think. Yeah, well, that's one of them, and the Prusa, whatever they call the thing, XL, is that what it is? It has 6 as well. Now the downside, so the advantage, so the Snapmaker, the advantage of it is that thing changes colors in like 5 seconds. So it's very quick. Whereas on a H2C, it's 30 seconds. The downside is you're limited to 6 colors and 6 colors only. Whereas on a Bamboo, you can have 24 colors on a H2C. I don't think I'd have patience to print anything with 24 colors. But.
I know. I seen these attachments that they have like, oh my god, it looks like a Frankenstein because how they have to put all the AMSs together. It's like
yes, oh yeah, it's a like a daisy chain kind of network, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah. Like,
but you can put on an H2C, you can put 4 AMSs, and that gives you 16, and then to get the rest of them you can use the HF whatever it is, the single, so you got a whole row of those things, right?
yeah,
like aside from the cost, these all have to be plugged in, so you got to have some serious power bar capability. They don't use a lot of power. And then the other thing is that if you plan to use the heater with the Bamboo, if you get the one with the AMS that comes with it, it comes with the plug for the heater. And then if you buy a second AMS Pro, inside the box does not come a plug for the heater. You have to buy it separately. Yeah.
So I was like, what? I got it. I go to use the heater and it says you can only use one. You can only heat one at a time.
Yeah, because you're using the power off the little network that connects to the.
So I didn't complain. I just went and bought another one, but I wish it almost prompted you like, you should buy this, or many people buy this.
Well, they do sell them in their store. They're about $24, but it's a 24 amp, 3.5 amp or 5 amp supply adapter. You can buy them for. I bought my extra ones on Amazon for I don't know. I think $10 a piece or something. They were pretty cheap.
Yeah, I just bought theirs. I don't want to deal with the issue.
Your video is frozen, man.
Is it?
Oh yeah, and of course you know what kind of pose you're in.
He said Rick got rolled.
Yeah, well he's not rolling now. That's the problem. Chris says, I have one day every 2 weeks where I do a full sweep clean of all machines, optics, and mechanical, and the floor, he should put here.
Nice. Want to take this one?
Yeah, Chris says, Lightburn's main problem is keeping up with operating system updates that keep breaking things. I'm not sure that's their problem, because, I mean, they use... The most complicated thing they use from a system dependence level is the USB port. Hey, Skylar. I don't think they're testing stuff anymore. I don't know if they lost a bunch of people but they seem to wait for people in the field to find their problems.
So we were talking
congratulations on the big milestone there,
yeah.
Skylar.
Skylar had 700,000 views.
7 million views.
Oh, 7 million views. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one. We were talking about Etsy, racing to the bottom, copycats. Skylar is very successful on Etsy, but I think the difference is that anyone could see your 3D printed file on Etsy and go find it and print it if you didn't create it. Same thing, with a CNC, those type of things. But if you're hand making something with your 2 hands, I'm not saying they can't try to make it, but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, well,
it's not going to be identical.
They wouldn't
Somebody
find my 3D files on Etsy because I design everything I put on Etsy as opposed to, cloning something.
Right. So
they're actually clamping down on selling 3D printer models that are, come from other places. They have to be your own.
Yeah.
Tim says, any update on if CommMarker will include any other of their equipment in their new software? No, I don't think they plan on ever including anything in there. See, they're the CommMarker Studio that they use for the Omni X. They didn't write that. That's actually provided by JPT, whoever provides the UV module for them. And there are other companies that sell UV lasers that have exactly the same software. It's just branded differently.
Skylar said, I'm waiting for CNC videos, Rick. I know. I'm sorry. I've been busy trying to make some money.
to pay for all those CNCs.
Exactly. I've been busy. But I put a 2026 plan together. So I'm going to do at least 5 shorts per week and at least 1 full video per week. That's the goal. So, and that's as of this Saturday.
I set a goal in 2026 to do at least 1 long form video a week, and so far I've done 2 for the year. So
I gave myself January off, so February.
Well, I did 2 for the most part.
Yeah,
I was burned out from last year.
San Jose Great said shrimp and salad, shrimp stew. He's doing the two. Oh, nice that he's cleaning his floor with a toothbrush.
It's all the different ways you can have shrimp.
Yeah. Well, you're up, Steve.
Tim says, Steve ordered the airweight vacuum pads today. Yeah, hopefully the days of clamping will be over. Yeah, I'll be interested to hear how those work. I've been looking at those because I hate the fact that you have to clamp anything on a CNC.
I think
so. These are basically like a mat that goes on your CNC.
I think it's awesome. I just think I'd be the idiot who ruined it. Oh, that sucks. How much did that cost me to get me one?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, sure. Yes. I guess that could happen.
That's the only thing. I wouldn't complain about the product. It'd be my stupid mistake who did it,
Yeah, I was actually thinking of designing an air table, but it's a lot of work, and if you can buy something, like these things that Tim bought here, the airweight
it's not
ones.
Cheap though.
Yeah, I mean it saves so much time, right? So
yeah.
And I think every CNC should have an air table because what clamps are like. Have you hit a metal clamp yet?
No, I have not used one.
Oh.
I've been using that double-sided sticky tape, and then masking tape, the blue masking tape with CA glue.
Yeah.
And then I was also air nailing down a board where it didn't need to be, just to kind of wedge it in place, like on the bottom.
Yeah. So but like I put on the last spoil board I made, I put dog holes in every 50 millimeters, so every 2 inches.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that.
Yeah, and I think when I replace the spoil board, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah,
Nah,
you never used it.
no. Well, I have, but anytime that it's something critical. So the problem with the dog holes is you're going to put a piece on there that is not square. It's going to be some weird shape, and there's no hole that lines up without
Perfect.
having to go cut a specific piece of wood to jam in there,
Right.
to hold it down. And plus, if you have like the cams, they tend to push the material up off the table. So I'm not going to bother. I just do what I always did. Right now I use blue tape, but
yeah, that's why I like using the trim nailer and just put a piece of wood next to it. I mean, I literally one in the scrap pile.
Yeah,
I just cut it.
You can do that. Then you punch your table full of holes.
Yeah, but there's a tiny finish nail.
Yeah,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
Of course, you're gonna then punch a drill bit or an end nail through the table anyway. So.
Right. Yeah, I'll just pry it up and leave the nail there, and I grab a pair of pliers and pull the nail out.
Yeah.
I don't leave the nail in it. David said, I have the Rolly XW, and I think I need to clean the filters in its compressor. I hate to just start unscrewing things. Any hints on how to get those filters?
No. And I'd be wondering if the compressor isn't like full of oil.
I wonder if you could just blow it out with air.
Yeah, blow it out from the output.
Yes.
Blow it out through the input.
Yes.
Maybe.
I try that first.
I didn't even realize there were filters in those compressors.
I would try blowing it with air. Get another compressor and blow it out with air. Right, Dewey said bubblegum. Bubblegum. Skylar said she cleans her laser every 6 to 8 weeks. I like Skylar's. I'm with Skylar. I can commit to that.
See, that's still a little frequent for my schedule. Like I said, I mean, I don't use my big laser all that much anymore, but the P2 just tells me when it needs to be cleaned, so that's when I clean it.
Chris said I have a drawer full of power bricks of different ratings from old equipment. You know, and I have I almost said in Spanish. I have like an old Rubbermaid, same kind of thing, but I just didn't want my luck. I'd buy some cheap Amazon thing and it'd fry the AMS Pro. Then it'd be like, you didn't use our power supply.
So
that deep in it, just whatever.
So while I was, and I'll show this since I did actually 3D print the entire thing. It's finished now. This thing uses a 9-volt power adapter. So I bought one on Amazon, and I thought before I put all the chips in the board, I'll try it out. So I plugged it in, and there's a 5-volt regulator in there, and I measure there's no 5 volts coming off the regulator. It's like, what the hell's going on? So I yanked the cable out, I put a meter on it, and they had this cable wired backwards right from the factory. Huh. It's like the outside is ground, not 9 volts. And they had it the other way around. So I'm glad I didn't put any chips in it, because some of these chips are 50 years old, and if I blow them, that's it, right?
Right. Yeah. So I guess that proved my point. I was a couple bucks would have saved. I'd have been so mad if
I've never seen one backwards, but now anytime I buy an adapter, I'm going to check it before I plug it into anything.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Tim said they have spoil boards for them.
Oh, there you go. So that's the air weight ones. So even if you hit it, you're hitting a spoil board, not the actual airbag underneath.
Huh. So they have a.
Are you ever going to get unfrozen?
Like, I didn't know that. Why are you straight up on the airbag?
No. I didn't know that. Well, some of them are. Some of them have just like, it's like a heavy rubber mat. So if you hit it with a tool, it's probably not going to do anything. But
yeah, Chris said I've not yet hit a clamp. Good math helps.
Yeah, sure. Yes, yeah. This is Clack makes a good point here, saying dog holes work great for batching things, one-offs, which is basically 90% of what I do. Yeah, not so much.
That's why I liked the nailing thing. because I was making something back to back on the same exact thing. I could just pull it out and put it down. And
Why
do
don't
it
you
in the
just
same
make
exact
a
spot.
jig and drop it in then?
That was my jig.
Oh, an air nailer is your jig?
Yeah, that was my jig. That was my jig. And if you were saying hello to Kalak, get a pin nailer. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you're doing, right? What are you doing? And why are you frozen again? You come back on for about 2 seconds and then you freeze again.
I'm frozen?
Yes.
What the heck?
Oh, I forgot Clack saying hi to Chris. Ordinary Woodworker says, my spoil board on my Onefinity X50 uses dog holes, and I use wooden wedges to work all the pieces. Yeah, well, this is my intent was to do this, but you can never find a wedge that fits what you need. So I don't know. I thought I had all this great intention of doing it, and then I didn't like it in the end. So
yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I saw a guy on Etsy. He had like the layout of all the dog holes done already, all the math done, laid out perfect for the Onefinity. And I bought it. I bought the file. I was like, why am I even like it was like $2 or something, like it's ridiculously cheap. I was like, no problem. Bah! You know, and I just haven't done it yet. And I thought honestly like it'd be useful, but for the most part, I've just been gluing it down, or like I said, using that air nailer.
yeah, well, like I said, I'm gonna, when I replace my spoil board, which should be already because it's full of all kinds of holes, but I'm not gonna put the dog holes back in.
Yeah, Chris said he tests all power bricks before with the meter first. Too many mislabeled the wrong polarities.
Yeah, I've never seen one with the wrong polarity, and it's like, when did this happen? So I'm kind of glad that I checked it before I put all the chips in this board. Santa says, Steve, saw your message about the snow photo. Keep your cold Canadian air. So I don't know what your temperature is, but right now it's about 3 degrees Celsius here, so it's above freezing. And it's probably dropped a little bit now, but it was warm today. Oh, it's just 1 degree below freezing right now.
Chris said, Steve, it's in Fahrenheit, not used to cold. It is freezing. It's cold. It's definitely cold, man. I feel.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't miss about living in the middle part of the continent. It's just so damn cold. Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that the Gulf Stream is like 75 miles. Well, actually, it's that way off the coast, and every time the wind blows off the ocean, it's warm. So,
you know, I know somebody with a decent sized boat, and I asked him, "You ever take it to Canada?" Because he docks it on Lake Michigan, and he says, "Hell no, dude, it's sink." Now this boat is like big, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I Googled it, and it said that Lake Michigan, between Canada and the United States, that because it doesn't like have like a real ocean current, it's just basically from winds, that the waves can drastically change from like 1 to 2 winds to like 8 to 12 foot waves, like instantly.
Yeah, it's the top end of Lake Michigan's pretty shallow, right? So it whips up waves pretty good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even think it. Like, it's a lake. You can go to Canada. Like, nope.
It's almost like an inland sea, right? It's pretty big.
I thought it'd be pretty decent, but apparently it's pretty choppy in the middle. To go across is actually pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Well, Michigan's bad. Lake Superior is really bad. You know, Edmund Fitzgerald. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yeah. San Jose David Grid said we had 17 inches of snow here. Now I'm 45 minutes from the Atlantic Ocean.
The wrong part of the Atlantic, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, you would have done better with my snowblower than I did this year, I tell you what.
Yeah, see, the advantage
nobody laugh at me tomorrow when you see me post a video with a snowblower with 2 inches of snow on the ground.
The advantage I have where I live is I'm on a peninsula that kind of hangs out in the Atlantic by a couple hundred extra miles, right? So
I'm not picking on anybody, but I got a real serious, honest question. Does anybody make actually any money selling these, or these?
We don't know what it is because you're frozen. Oh, there you are. Yeah,
Or anything like these little toys.
Those things are crazy popular. I mean, you're on the trailing edge of the fad now, but they were Roger's daughter sells them at markets. Roger prints them and she sells them.
Yeah, but when you go to these markets, you see them for like $3 for $5, and you're like, $3 for $5.
Well, that's because we're at the trailing edge now, right? And everybody knows how to make them. So
yeah.
So there's boxes full of them at craft markets.
Yeah, literally. You know, I was almost thinking is you'd almost be better off to put like 5 of them out and put a box behind the counter. Because when somebody walks up with their kid and they see 200 box, a box of 200, a box of 200, a box of 200, you know what they say? I will keep looking and we'll come back. If there's only 5 of that one, they might say, oh no, they might sell it. And then when they leave, you take one out of the box and put a new one right back.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen people selling longer ones than those, obviously, but for like $20.
Yeah.
But those ones there, you should be able to get, anywhere 5 to 10 for them, probably.
So realistically, is anyone selling any of these? Are you actually making any money off these?
Yeah. The challenge.
So I made these for Ricky for his Valentine's Day giveaway for his party.
And I mean that's a good use of them, right? The challenge at craft markets, especially now, is there are so many people with laser engravers, laser cutters, 3D printed stuff. Like everybody's got it, and at some point, people will just stop selling things because they'll find that equilibrium. And
Tim says, "Careful, we remember fidget spinners."
Yeah, I used to have one on my desk here somewhere, but it's gone.
Chris
now.
said $3 for $5 is probably stock clearance. Too many people are able to make and sell these now. Yeah.
Yeah, the fidget spinners, they had like a 608 bearing in the middle of them, and you could put your finger in it and spin the things.
Yeah.
Those things were, again, it's probably 15 years ago now, they were popular, but everybody had those too. That was the first fad of 3D printing.
Gotta love the bee backers. Not sure what that means. What's that? What's bee backers?
I don't know. Bee backers.
What's bee backers? Is this a bee backer?
I don't know.
I like the Sunroof filament that's all the different colors, because then even though it's the same exact roll, they all came out different colors. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, if you're printing those print in place things, you definitely have to use gradient color filament.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, so I'm curious. Let me know, and I'm not poking the beehive. I'm really curious. Could you actually make money selling those? Sounds so good. Said I'll be back after I look at the rest of the stuff here. Bee backers.
Okay. Now it makes sense.
At the fairs, yeah, I'll be back. Yeah. So that big box can give them. They think they have the.
Yeah, Chris sells a lot of stuff at craft fairs. I think I've seen a few pictures of him at his tent in a craft fair.
Want to take this one?
But Zenteno says, I want one buyer to give me $100 rather than 100 buyers to give me $1. Yeah, see, this is my mantra, right? You work hard for one customer, and then you relax until the next customer comes along, and you make the same as somebody who's trying to do volume sales at a market. But you don't get to meet nearly as many interesting people if you're not at a craft market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clark said, I think he's referred to people at the event saying, we'll be back. Yeah, that's exactly what he meant. But
see, this is my mentality too. Everyone says I know enough people.
He's gonna sell some.
See, when I moved to the East Coast, that was people would say, "Oh, you've got to meet this person, this person, this person." And I was like, "You got to understand, I'm antisocial. I don't want to meet people."
That's funny. You would definitely not know that from social media. That's for sure. Yeah. So let us know if you have any questions. Let us know. Appreciate everyone. Let us know you're joining. Hey, if you made it this far in the live and you're not already on Facebook, remember, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you join. Go to shoptalklive.club. It is not a website. It's just an auto forward for our Facebook page, so we don't have this big long URL we're supposed to memorize to tell you where to go. So shoptalklive.club. This is not Steve's page. It's not my page. It's not Roger's page. It's Shop Talk Live's page. The reason that I'm saying it that way is because, Steve, Roger, all post content online. I'm not saying influencer because Steve doesn't identify as an influencer.
I'm very unreliable posting things online.
So if you are a influencer, a YouTuber, a social media, whatever you want to call yourself, you can post your content. If you sell stuff, you can post it. It is a community of our followers, so you're welcome to. You're not infringing on any of our or stepping on any of our toes. You have at it.
So Tim's message here next is, I need to take exception because now Tim is saying, geez, no wonder he doesn't return my calls. I have a call log on my phone, Tim, and your phone number appears on it twice in the last month, and I made the outgoing call. So it's you who's antisocial.
Okay, so she may have joined just in time. Emperor Laser Engravings. If you go to her TikTok, you're gonna see similar things to this. So let me ask you a question. Are you posting this on social media because when you post it, you get 1 million views? Because these kids are going wild watching your videos? Or are you posting this on social media? Because I know there's a lot of cool videos you make and stuff like this because it actually sells. Because you can make money either way. You could not sell it at all, but still get a ton of views, make money off monetized content. So if you care to share, I'm interested to know.
You still freeze, man. So you gotta go to Amazon right now and find a Cat 8 cable and push the buy button.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll run it.
Because you're freezing, but your resolution on your camera looks like you're from 1980.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's just a bad experience for me. That's all I can say. Chris says he's not antisocial. He's just very selective who makes his friend list. What's a friend list? Did we lose you completely now, Rick? Or are you crying because I said you ruined my experience?
I was looking at the settings of my resolution to see what it's set to 720, not 1080p.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Has anyone tried calling Roger yet? He might be kidnapped.
Hey, how come 720 is the highest resolution we can go? What?
I tried switching, and that's all it said.
Yeah.
I didn't see a 1080p. Did
you not pay the bill?
I paid $1,100 something like 2 weeks ago.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Has anyone tried calling Roger yet? I don't have Roger's phone number.
I have it. Want me to give him a ring? Let's see.
I don't have your phone number either, but I have your address. So
so you can mail me a box of crap, but you can't call me.
Yeah, I'm just going to... I have a whole bunch of junk I got to get rid of. I'm just going to mail it to you.
I'm gonna get your poop. Here you go. We'll call him.
No, I'm going to recycle that. Yes, Tim says he's going to start a GoFundMe page for your Cat 8 cable, all $8 of it.
Hello? Hello? Hey, Roger, are you there? Does ICE got you, Roger? Blink twice if they got you. He answered, but I didn't hear nothing. Okay, here we go. Answer to my questions. Empire Lasers Engraving said, I sell my $2 fidget animals at local markets and make at least $150 a day. Just investing them alone, well worth it.
There you go.
So I assume the $2 ones. I saw one she was making like the size of a nickel, but she was printing like 50 at a time.
Santa says he's been having fun with some lithophanes. Yeah, lithophanes are neat. With some of Santa and Mrs. Claus photos. All in PLA, nobody doing it in different filament. Oh, is anyone doing it in different filament? PLA is probably the right filament to do that, actually.
Yeah.
It's cheap and it's pretty rigid, so I mean, it's going to be PLA or PETG, and I've never used PETG for a lithophane.
I was surprised. I was surprised how cheap the Sunluz bulk packs were, like the 4-packs.
Yeah.
Of the primary colors, like black, blue, red, white. You know, how cheap they were compared to Bamboo Labs. I was like, man. So I bought a 4-pack of black, 4-pack of white. So.
Yeah. They aren't matte though, right? They're just regular filament.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I like printing in matte. It just the output looks nicer.
Redu said maybe the Mexican version of ICE has him in detention center. So speaking of Mexico, I got a Mexican joke since we do dad jokes once in a while. I said, when you're in church, it's good to say Jesus loves you. When you're in a Mexican prison, it's not good to say Jesus loves you.
Jesus.
Dad joke. Skylar said, I love your Facebook group. So many talented people. And we appreciate you sharing your stuff.
Her especially. Yeah.
Yes. She's very active on the Facebook page. If you guys have never seen some of her stuff.
I have to say, Skylar, as a Canadian, I like the maple leaf sign that you made, the plaque.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh, no, don't send it to me. I actually don't like maple leaves because they fall on my lawn in the fall, and it takes me 3 hours to clean them up.
Ted said, currently, Crowley supposedly has a film. Oh, well, actually, I'll let you take this, Steve.
Centero says, Creality supposedly has a filament recycler on the way. I have one on my desk.
Can you say anything about it yet or no?
No, that's all I can say. I have one.
That's all, folks.
And it works. I can say that.
All right.
Andrew says, Steve, any extra Cat 8 cable send to Rick. He can buy his own damn cable on Amazon.
I'll run some cable this weekend. I already had the rings all ran in my basement.
Yeah. Like if you've already got fiber running in your house, just get a fiber to USB adapter. Like it's like 10 gigabit right to your computer. That's what I have a fiber input on my computer, but
yeah. It's just weird. Step up, step down, step up, step down. I could use an SFP, I guess, to do that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's no step down. Well, you're going to 10 gigabit USB. But.
Tony said you can't keep money if you keep freezing. Am I freezing that much? Is that often?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
You're frozen right now, in fact. Can't you feel it?
No. All right. This weekend, that's the plan. I will run the cable, I promise. I thought I had the issue fixed with moving and using a different browser.
You don't. It's the short answer. After careful consideration, you don't.
Hate to let you down, but no.
Yes, Clack has the correct response here. You're at 0.05 frames per second. You're at glacial speed.
It's weird because my speed is like rocking, so I don't know what the issue is.
Well, you're just gonna have to break down and buy a new computer.
I want the new MacBook Pro, man. It's just so
They're
expensive.
too much money.
You just can't afford it right now. It's like buying a car.
Few can.
When they're like,
it's a pretty expensive.
Yeah, when I got my new iPhone, they're like, "Hey, do you want the new Mac?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Well, you have the warranty. It covers up to 5 devices. You have a watch, your phone, and earpods. You can add another laptop. It's only $375 a month." And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, you have like the Pro Extreme, like the biggest hard drive, the most RAM." No, that's like it was like double. I was like, "Oh no."
So it's $375 a month for like the rest of your life, the next 20 years.
But they're like, "Well, it's interest free." I'm like, "Oh God."
But yeah, that's comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris is trying to disagree with Clack, saying he doesn't believe it's as high.
Let me drop and rejoin and see if it makes any difference. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Clack is saying it was just a guess. I'd say it's probably an aggressive guess, Clack, because I think he's probably closer to 0 frames per second. Yes, you're looking at upload and download speeds, which are generally baked. Although if you go to fast.com and measure your line speed, you're going to get something pretty good. Oh, so Skylar says the Maple Leaf sold the day after posting it. Got 2 more orders for it to make. See, now the person who bought the first one is going to think that you're just mass producing these things now. Where's Rick gone? So now's the time to ask a question. That since Rick's not here, you can ask questions about Rick. I'll make up an answer. So Skylar, are you doing any laser work anymore? Jeez, we must have lost him. He should have invited somebody else to come on. Oh, there he is. It says device is not connected.
It won't let me add 1080p. It only let me do 720.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're having some bandwidth issues on StreamYard.
I'm gonna send them a message saying, "What the heck, man?"
And now your audio is messed up.
Thank you, Steve.
You're just a train wreck tonight, man. But your video's clearer.
Rick must be in Rogerland.
I don't know if Rogerland is Mexico or. Oh, Santana is asking me if I've got any new devices I can talk about. Well, the Alien Cell is sitting on my bench. It's well put together, but I ran into this light burn issue. What else? I got a CO2 coming from somebody you wouldn't think would make a CO2 laser. And I have a 400 watt fiber laser coming, which I'm quite interested in. Because with 400 watts, you can cut like 1/2 inch steel. But I want to get to some project work. So it's killing me. Why do you have that frowny face, Rick?
What'd you say?
I said, why do you have a frowny face?
I was trying to mess with the settings, and all of a sudden I lost you. I couldn't hear you, so I had to go back. Couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear anything.
Chris says, I wonder if the problem is actually the camera, not the connection speed. Oh, it's not the connection speed.
It's the...
You're using the camera on... Oh, no, you're not using your computer camera now. Yeah.
The Insta360 Link 2.
You're running it at like 8K.
It's defaulting to whatever light burn does it, overrides it.
Yeah, as Tim says, your video is great now, but
Now my audio's low.
Your audio is messed up now. Yeah.
All right, hold
on. Chris is like, 400-watt fiber laser. You're getting into James Bond territory.
There you go.
The company that is sending me this makes like 5 kilowatt lasers.
Someone's sending you a 400-watt laser?
Fiber laser. Actually, it's 400-watt fiber, 80-watt CO2.
So what does it run on? 240? 440?
220 or 110.
Wow.
Laser doesn't use a whole lot of power, right?
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
So that's probably April or May timeframe. April, anyway.
Skylar Woodworking said, I try to stay away from lasers.
I asked her if she was still working on doing any laser work. There's something to be said for, just getting out the old sandpaper and sanding a piece of wood.
Skylar, I thought you were an X-Tool junkie. What happened?
She bought that carving disc for her grinder. Changed her life. Yes, Clack. It has a CO2 as well. I'm sure the same company probably reached out to you. Yeah, well, so the interesting thing is this isn't a Galvo, so it should be interesting.
It's a flatbed?
Yeah.
So what would you use it for?
Everything you use a CO2 for now.
But 600 watts, what would you need that for?
Cutting metal.
Okay. Like a plasma cutter?
Yeah, if you were going to use a plasma cutter, because 10 millimeters carbon steel is, you're over half an inch, right?
Skylar said, I want to focus more on my woodworking and YouTube, more project videos. I hear that.
Yeah, I'm desperate to get some project videos done.
Those are definitely a lot more fun to make.
They take less time. They're more satisfying. All the things I'm doing now, I'm still catching up from things that I committed to last year. So I've said no to quite a few things, actually.
Tim said, do I get to see the new toys when I pick up Lucy?
I hope. I hope you decide to store some of them for me. Because if you come to my place on the weekend and you see my shop, you'll see that there's like boxes everywhere. It's just a mess.
Wow. Skylar started reviewing the new Atom Stack laser. I have not heard anything from them. Have you?
Yes, I've heard of it.
From them?
One of the lasers I'm looking at in the next couple months is from them. Yeah.
Nice.
But not that one.
All right. Well, Steve has some tricks up his sleeve. You'll see some things dropping.
It's contractual obligation, right? We put you under NDAs and then you can't say anything. So
there you go. We got 30 minutes left in the live still. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. That's what we're here for. Appreciate everyone joining.
Spectrum says this new metal fab from X-Tool looks sick with CNC option. It's 1200 watts. Yeah. I've talked to X-Tool a couple of times and about this, and they've said more than once, hey, would you like us to send you one of these? It's like, whoa, yeah. And then they never do. So, yeah, it is definitely not cheap.
$13,000.
But he's probably quoting Canadian price there, but yeah, what it does is it opens up a lot of things that you just can't do with any other laser, right? Like building, those fire pit tables. Those things are popular, especially here where I live, because everybody here has a fire pit, except me. they wonder what's wrong with me. But yeah, they're popular for that kind of thing, and just steel signs, like metal signs.
It's cool, but man, that's you're in a different market though. That's not an entry level market. That's,
no, this is not the volume market, right? Like this, I mean, you will see things made from like laser cut metals on Etsy, but it's not the $30 thing. These are like, you'll see like metal artwork for putting on a wall, but it'll be in the thousands of dollars range, right?
Yeah, I see these really awesome American cut flags, and they're powder coated. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, and they'll sell for hundreds, right? So
yes. Tim said I have a 20 by 20 room sitting empty if you need for storage. There you go. Chris says Steve is practicing being a politician with all those answers.
It's a little Tim's storage room is a little far though. It's like a 4-hour drive from me. So
oh man,
no, maybe it's not that far. I don't know, Tim. How far is it? How long does it take you to get to my place?
There you go. Take this one.
Santa says, Steve, you said you were antisocial. A fire pit is for social gatherings. Exactly. That's so you see, it's all coming together.
So he doesn't have one.
Yeah, I can tell you what it's not. Yes, it's not a submarine.
Is it from Russia?
No, it's not from Russia. It will take a 6-pack. Oh, Tim's going to bring a 6-pack with him on weekends. Oh, 2 hours. That's not too bad. One of these days, Tim, I'm going to make it down to Shelburne, and I'll pop into your store unannounced. And
there you go.
Start playing with things like your embroidery machine, just to watch you go. Don't touch that.
You're gonna break some.
It just looks so complicated. I mean, you've had an embroidery machine, haven't you?
No, I've never had one.
Oh,
I outsourced my embroidery.
Tim sent me a picture of his when he got it, and it's just like there's so many spools.
Yeah. I never had a large volume of embroidery, so whenever somebody wanted it, I would just outsource it and basically make nothing, just to keep the customer happy.
Yeah.
So Steve's going to drop in a lot of content. I have some previously obligations, obviously, with the CNC stuff, so you'll see some of that coming. And I'm going to be making a lot more maker type videos, especially with the CNC. So be on the lookout. That Lowe's did kind of yell at me. I made 7 months in a row their most engaged on Facebook for Lowe's, which I thought that was cool. But then they were a little upset at me that I didn't do the snowblower review right away when there hasn't been any snow. So please watch the snowblower video with no snow tomorrow.
Just blowing grass off your lawn.
But so we'll see how that goes.
So Alex is asking if I have any news on getting an XL laser. They sent me a message this week, I think, or last week. I don't know. I don't know if I get it.
What is it?
It's a gantry type laser, but on the end of the gantry they have a galvo.
So what's his primary focus?
I don't know. It's fiber and diode, I think. Diode, anyway. The premise there is you can use the relatively slow gantry to get you into an area, and then use the galvo to do like that area. But I don't know. It seems like an answer looking for a question to me.
Spectrum Reality said, looking forward to review of the 400-watt fiber. It's going to be on a gantry or galvo. Any ideas in the price?
It's gantry. As far as I know, it's a gantry.
How much it cost? Any idea?
Around $5,000, I think. Yeah, but for what it is, that's pretty cheap. Like you can spend $5,000 on a CO2 laser, and this thing's got that plus a 400-watt fiber laser.
Right. Has anyone bailed Roger out yet?
Yeah, we'll
I
bake him a
called him. He
cake.
didn't answer. It was you guys saw it. I called live.
We'll bake him a cake with a file in it, and he'll get here.
I didn't turn my phone, so I didn't give out his phone number, but I called him. You snowblower is a leaf blower.
There you go. I think you should just use it to spread gravel in your driveway. fill in all those potholes.
Yeah, there you go.
And then do a video on how versatile it is. See if Lowe's likes that.
You know what I always said? That a snowblower, they should make a kit you can convert it to a tiller.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't.
Front load tiller. You could use that as a front load tiller. You use it year round.
Yeah. Like I have a tiller attachment on my weed whacker, my grass trimmer.
Right.
Like I pull the grass trimmer thing off and put a tiller attachment on it. Now I only have a small garden, just a few raised beds that I till up and plant some tomatoes in, but it works great for that.
Yeah, why wouldn't they do that? I always thought that was kind of weird. Doesn't look like it'd be a hard mod.
Yeah, just take the sides off and it's pretty much a tiller at that point, right?
Right. Chris, to bail him out, you probably need to know the detention center he's in. You guys ever seen that movie Born in East LA?
Yes.
When he gets deported, but he's American, deadbeat Roger.
Well, isn't that what's happening now?
Yeah, dude, I don't understand how you can speak English so well, but you're being deported. I was born here. No, you weren't. The most messed up thing that I saw is when ICE took 4 Native Americans. And a Native American consul went to them and said, yeah, 4 of our members, like, they're Native American. They didn't have federal IDs. They have Native IDs, which, you don't need in the United States. They have Native IDs. You can have a Native... I think they're still in there. They're going to probably sue them, but that doesn't, it's so crazy.
They'll sue them, build a new casino.
Yeah. Out shear pins, I've gone. Gotta love gravel.
Yeah. The worst thing I've ever done with my snowblower is I used to have these, like stone wall, like the concrete blocks. I hit the end of it and put one of those through my snowblower.
Whoa.
Well, it didn't go through the snowblower, but all the shear pins went through.
Who won, the brick or the snowblower?
Oh, the brick, totally.
Oh, okay.
Just changed a few shear pins. It was fine, but
I was so mad. I brought it in my garage the last time, and I wanted to see how easy it would start with the electric cord. And I wanted to, so I had the cord on the ground, and I didn't pick it up yet. When I pushed it, I said, I want to go about a ½ inch more. And like an idiot, I pulled the wrong one, and I engaged the PTO, and I got the cord like, and I was so mad at myself. I was so mad. I was like that, the Christmas show, and the guys swearing in the basement, yelling at the furnace. That was me, because I could be bad at nobody but myself. I was so mad.
Spectrum says, apparently, even if you're a native in Canada, you don't need a passport to enter the U.S. I believe that's true. If you're a native here, you're a native there, and you pay no duties. Yeah, it's
crazy. That's what it should be. Well, California just gave back I think 5,000 or 8,000 acres to some native tribe.
Oh,
but I think it was after they mined the crap out of it, and there was nothing back that they wanted it, and it's on both sides of a river. Like, you're not going to build anything. Oh, you got it back. We took all the resources out. Good luck with all the crap we left behind.
Yeah, the indigenous people here own quite a bit of land too, including a lot of land that has oil under it.
Chris said, I'm thinking of running classes for ICE to recognize what a passport looks like. I don't know. You know what the thing is that I saw on the news the other day that they weren't even getting paid, and they were promised all these bonuses, and they didn't get any bonuses, and so we're not getting paid. So you might see some of these ACE And then it was the saddest. This Mexican got shot recently in Minnesota, and of course they're gonna assume it's a white person, then it'll be another Mexican.
I don't know,
You
man.
couldn't have had more of a Mexican name. You had like.
I'm glad somebody put that imaginary line on the map that separates you from me. Nothing personal, but
we're going through some crazy times right now, man. The rest of the world has to just be laughing at us. That's all I can say.
We do a bit, yeah.
The rest of the world's laughing at us.
Yeah, it'll work itself out.
I'm glad that I don't have cable anymore because I don't think I could watch the news.
Yeah, I've kind of stopped watching any kind of news.
It's like if I wanted to be depressed, I have enough things bad to think about on my own.
When I get the urge to watch the news, I'll just go to my shop and make something instead.
Yeah.
I have a couple of projects planned. I want to do something. They're actually projects for me, but I don't get to work on me projects very often. But a couple of them I'm going to create videos around because they demonstrate some not equipment. Like it's not like, oh, here's how you do this with a laser necessarily, but just the workflow.
Yeah. I get what you're saying too. Like when I first got the 3D printer, I didn't get to do anything for me. Like the stupid shell for the AMS Pro, I wanted to print it, but I was just so busy printing for others. I couldn't even do it. If I turn my camera, they're just sitting next to each other, staggered, right? We wanted to print that. And even just, I went and bought the big giant bottle that you guys recommended I buy. I haven't even had a chance to print the things that hold
although the bottle I bought, I think, is 2 pounds.
Yeah. So I printed my son the TNT things, and all these little things, and then I'm gonna print something for myself. But I've been printing for everyone else since it's gotten it.
Well,
I don't even know
if you got that much desiccant, you've got to print yourself some dry pods.
Yeah, so I wanted to print the ones that slide in the front of the AMS.
Yeah.
And then also the ones that actually slide in the reel.
Yeah, you probably don't need them, but
I just figured like exactly what you just said though. If I have about 10 pounds, so
yeah, you got to store it somewhere.
Once I crack it open.
Because you can put it in the microwave and dry it out and use it again, right?
With the measuring line, does that mean Peru is U.S. state?
Soon.
I don't know. California's been wanting to leave the U.S. for a long time. We'll see if that ever happens. California and Texas are like, they're different, right? They like do their own thing. They don't really care what anyone has to say.
Something to be said for that.
They're very independent.
I know lots of people in Texas, and they seem to appreciate the fact that they're different.
Yes. Yes.
Different power grid too, unfortunately, which is
absolutely.
to their detriment. But
yeah, my grandfather, if you would have asked him if he's Mexican, he'd get offended. I'm not Mexican. I'm Tejano. I'm Texan. Bro, you're Mexican, bro. they're different level people. Chris Gallagher. There you go. Swap Cali for Greenland.
I'm sure the Danes wouldn't mind that. Well, the Greenlanders might still take exception to it, but
I just don't know that he understands Greenland is not Iceland. Iceland is Greenland. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he's old.
He's gonna get there and be like, "Where's the beach?
What's this volcano doing here?"
I thought I was gonna make golf courses here.
Oh yeah, you guys got problems. Work it out.
I remember when I was in grade school,
we'll have
I learned about that in geometry class. I'm like, wait a minute. So Iceland is Greenland and Greenland is Iceland? Like, why did they name them that way?
Well, yeah, the irony is Iceland is pretty green. And Greenland is just like an ice cap, right?
Exactly. That's what I said. They're like, wait a minute, what?
I've wondered that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So, what's the next holiday coming up? Valentine's Day. Is anyone making anything interesting for Valentine's Day? Let me know. I thought those boards I made last year that would go across the bathtub would sell pretty good.
Yeah.
And I sold a few for pretty high price. That's it. But nothing came from it.
You need to make like a Valentine's stove cover and then squeeze into Clack's Market.
Is Clack still in here? Oh, I told you I kept saying no to those. So many people ask me, I finally said, all right, I'll make it. I didn't say when I was going to start making it, but I would say I finally make it because enough people were asking me about it. I was like, all right, fine, I'll make it. But
really? See, I don't know anyone here who has them.
No, I don't know anyone who has them either. But everyone always asks me for them. So
it must be more of a Southern thing.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, definitely. I don't know.
I mean, I guess in the North, you're probably so busy using your stove to keep warm, you don't have time to cover it up, right?
You know, a good portion of the people I work are all from Africa. And one of my bosses says he keeps his house at 87 degrees. And I was like, what?
Wow.
I keep my house at 68. What do you keep your house at?
Does he get the company discount on power?
No. He said he's from Africa, so he can't adjust to the temperature. And one of the other guys said he keeps his house at 92 degrees.
What the hell?
Like, that's nuts. What do you keep your temperature set
to? 20 Celsius, so about 70 degrees.
There you go. Yeah.
But it's actually 26 in here right now, which is quite warm. High 70s. But it's because I got all my equipment turned on over here.
Right. But that's just
the
nuts.
doors closed.
That's just nuts. But yeah, so I don't know. If you care to share on our Facebook group some of these cool looking things, let me know. The whole idea for me behind those, it's got to be fast. If I'm not making a ton of money, I got to be able to just pump them out. And,
yeah, the advantage of those things is you can sell them cheap because you can print a whole bed full of them, right? You can print like 20 at a time.
Yeah.
And you know, they don't use a whole lot of material.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're good for ends of rolls.
Yeah, so the whole idea, the reason I wanted that roll that's just a bunch of colors, is exactly what you just said, Steve. Like, you know, like how it made that like cool shades.
Yeah. Yeah, the transitions are actually really nice on that filament.
So yeah. Let's see, here you go. 70 is a nice cold day in summer. I wouldn't mind living somewhere that's 70 degrees year round. That would not be a bad place to live.
Well, no, I think he typed it, the shift character. I think that's supposed to say
Negative?
97.
Negative 70? Negative 70?
97.
Oh, 97.
Is a nice, cool summer day for him. That's because he lives on the surface of the sun. Just him and a bunch of kangaroos.
But it also depends on humidity, right? Because like Mexico is sometimes so humid, it's just like unbearable to be outside sometimes.
Well, that's the problem we have here in the summer. The humidity is 99% all the time. Right.
You just sweat like crazy.
Until almost winter, till like December.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So we caught up here in our comments. So if you have any comments or questions, let us know. And remember, we weren't able to give away the laser on the 100th giveaway, which is on our 102th actual live today, because Roger was in Mexico. So we will have upcoming soon a free laser giveaway. So if you don't have a laser and you've been saving for one, put your money away.
And for anybody who's keeping track of my coaster, my DTF printed coaster, it's still here. It's still alive. It gets 2 very hot cups of coffee in the morning.
Oh, you are using it?
Oh, yeah, every day.
Okay, cool.
And it's still perfect. So if you have a DTF printer, you can make cork coasters.
That's a cool idea. Cool. Have you tried your Oofy on there?
On cork? No, not specifically. I probably should. It's kind of porous though, and it's not smooth, right? So
yeah, it might turn it like a matte finish.
Well, if you printed, you'd have to print flexible white first instead of solid. Like the regular white is pretty rigid, right? So if you flexed it, it would crack.
Right. So the base, and then on top of it's that.
Yeah. That's normally what you do anyway, right? You print as many layers of white as you need, and then one layer of color on top of it.
Well, okay. Chris said, giveaway to be determined by ICE, depending on where Roger is.
The internet is cruel.
Yeah. So, at least we know he had a very nice vacation. I saw a lot of posts that looks like he was having a great time. So, he probably needed it. That's for sure. He needed a little uplift in his spirits. So.
Yeah, he's had a tough year so far.
Yeah. So he was sending Steve pictures of him flexing to make Steve jealous of his OnlyFans, but
it just hurt my eyes.
He sent me that picture too.
I offered to send him a T-shirt.
He told me, he said, Steve sent me money. Steve's gonna send me money to buy a shirt. I started laughing. I said, if I'm sending you money, it's to buy me a bottle, not a shirt. It's funny. Let's see here. Skylar, any upcoming projects you want to make the group aware of? Or what about Clack? You always got some of your sleeve too.
Clack was looking at lawnmowers there at CES.
What do they say? You got to say Clack 3 times? Clack, Clack, Clack. Let's see if it still works.
No, he's probably gone to bed now.
Yeah. Go right at the end of the live. You may not have hung out to the end.
Yeah, I'm struggling to hang out to the end. Man, I keep waking up early. It's like my day starts at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm old now. I like to have a nap in the afternoon.
I took a Benadryl before I came in live. My wife's like, "Is that really a good idea?" And I said, "If I don't want to walk away in front of the camera every 5 minutes, blow my nose."
There you go. There's Clack.
There you go. It worked. Call Clack. Says I got a Lubu hooked up yesterday. What's a Lubu?
That's a robot mower.
Oh, okay.
It's the same one I have, although it's the next generation of it.
So someone wants to send me one. It looks like a Formula F1, the front end on it.
It's probably that one.
Is that what it is? It has like that
Motion.
I was like, oh.
Motion Luba 2.
I was laughing
it's Luba
because 3
now.
Mine undocked itself yesterday. And I was like, what are you doing? You know, because I don't want the battery to get ruined from getting so cold and then whatever. And I couldn't lift it off the ground because it froze.
Why don't you put it in a garage or a shed or something?
It was right next to my pump house. So I'm gonna probably pull it in. Yeah.
I put mine inside over the winter.
Yeah.
Charge it to 80% and park it.
So what's a mower?
It's a robot mower.
What was funny was the same thing, and I get it. New time, new year, new marketing budget. They're reaching out. Same thing happened to me last year when everyone was asking me to do a review on a lawnmower in December. I'm like, I'm in the Chicagoland area, right? Like, you do realize I still have snow on my grass. Like, you're like a couple months out so I can even use a lawnmower. Like, you send this to me, I won't be able to do anything with it until then. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So the Luba mower has an odometer on it.
Actually, I have a shop full of stuff to do. Too many things to work on around the house this week. I'll be cutting grass. Are you serious? You really gonna be cutting your grass? Are you joking? Or are you being dead serious? Because if you're being dead serious, that's crazy. Spectrum Reality said, I was watching a video today of a guy with an autonomous snowblower. Yeah, the biggest thing that I seen about those, because I think they're so cool, they have that one that's like a lawnmower, it's like a spreader, a snowblower, is basically what I see is it just doesn't weigh enough.
Oh, the one, if it's the one, what is it?
It's like big. It's like wide as a car. Yeah. It's huge. It just doesn't weigh enough. So when it actually goes up to a decent amount of snow, it's strong enough, it'll just climb it instead of pushing into it. So it doesn't weigh enough to keep it down, and it's strong, so it'll just climb up and either climb up or kind of get stuck. So
Yeah, I would worry about it for other reasons than that, but like I live across the street from an elementary school. It's probably not good to have a robot snow blower.
Yeah, probably not. Skylar said, making a Valentine's Day scroll saw project. Nice. Nice, Skylar. I made this for my wife. Well, Ricky's giving it to her. Got a little sanding to do on it, a little touching up to do, but
Skylar could carve one of those up for you.
Yeah, it would look better though.
She's got skills.
It'd probably look better. I was actually going to reach out to her for another cross. You know what the problem is? That like she makes something so unique, you can't say, "Yeah, I want this." It's like you can't. Like the colors are so like everything's so like one off. Like you say, making one off pieces. That you can have something like it, but you'll never have the same exact thing, right? Yeah.
Well, there are people who want that, right?
Yes. Clack said, parts of my yard are still green. It'll be 70 here this weekend. That's nuts. It's crazy.
He's not that much further south than you are, right? Of you, right?
No, like doesn't he live in Tennessee? Where do you live? Don't you live in Tennessee, Dave?
Arkansas? No, Alabama.
Alabama. I live in Illinois.
Yeah, but they both fit on the same map. How much farther south is it? Like 1,000 miles? Can't be 1,000 miles.
Let me Google it.
There, he's three hours from the Gulf, so he's still 300 miles north of the Gulf almost. Well, I guess it's more calculating.
Than that. He is 12 hours and 15 minutes. He's he's 4 states south of me.
Yeah, but you got 50 of them. 4 doesn't sound like so much. Yeah, well,
he's almost at the bottom, like right at the bottom. Right near Florida.
So at 12 hours, I guess he's probably 800 miles.
Yeah, because remember, I'm at the very top of Illinois. Like I'm almost Wisconsin/Michigan, and he's 4 states south of me.
You're not close enough to sneak across the border and buy good beer, though.
Nah, I can't drink that beer. That shit will knock you on my ass. I'll just stick to the Modelo's. Want to take it?
Spectrum says, you got a little pond just up the road from your house, Clack? That's a question. Looks like you're from the drone videos on your intros. Maybe it was maybe you shot that right after a hurricane and it's just runoff. I think Alabama's pretty damp usually, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know anyone from there.
Clack.
Other than Clack.
Used to work with a guy who lived in Alabama.
Sanders Lays and Graven said, we used to do a yearly 2x4 contest in an old woodworking club. We had a few people like Skylar, but I would like to see what would come up for that. One person make a woven basket. I like that. I think that's a cool challenge. Just to have a challenge of say, the start day is this, end day is this. You can only use X amount of 2x4s or.
Well, you use one. Typically in a 2x4 contest, you got one 8-foot 2x4.
Okay. Let's talk about it on the Facebook group. Let's talk about it live. Who would be interested in joining a competition?
I would make a wall stud.
Oh, God.
Buddy of mine does these 2x4 challenges every now and again, and he makes some crazy things. Like things you would look at and go, how did you even think of that, let alone make it out of a 2x4?
He took that 4,000 watt laser and made 2,000 toothpicks.
Yeah, out of a 2x4.
Beat that.
They all taste like spruce, though.
So you can't make toothpick or sawdust. Oh, there you go. I think that'd be a cool challenge. That'd be a cool challenge. Yeah. Let's talk about it more. Let's see how many people we can get involved in that. I'll post it on the
You'd
Facebook
have to
group.
do like a 2x4 sheet of plywood or something. Well, with a 2x4 sheet of plywood and a laser, you can make quite a bit. I think quite a bit. You better make it like a 1 foot by 2 foot piece of plywood.
So you're gonna use end grain, cut it, and then cut it.
Yeah.
All glued up like your own.
See what you can make out of just a small piece of plywood and a laser.
Chris said I would make a real 2x4 that actually measures 2x4.
Well, you couldn't do that because it's already half the size of 2x4.
That's
you
crazy.
need 2 of them and then plane it down.
Yeah, my house was built in 1865, right?
Yeah.
And
so your 2x4s are real 2 inch by 4 inch, right?
And I had balloon walls. So balloon walls are actually bad because the walls are from the first floor up to the second floor. That's one solid piece of wood.
Yeah.
So if there was a fire in the first floor, the fire can come up, right? So I actually installed fire blocks like in the wall so it stopped the oxygen.
Yeah.
I did it at the base of the floors. But
yeah, because it's like a chimney, right?
Right. So when I had got a piece of equipment that wouldn't fit in my back door, and I cut my door opening bigger to put a commercial sized door in there, I ripped out a 2x4. Oh my God. Forget the width, just how heavy it was.
It's like 20 feet long, right?
But how heavy it was.
Yeah.
Like a piece, I kept it. I said, I'm not going to throw this piece of wood out. I could not. Every time someone goes, hey, pick this up. They're like, what the hell?
It's old growth. It's old growth pine, probably.
Yeah. They're like, what is it soaked in? I'm like, nothing, dude. That's old wood. Like, look at that. Like, so heavy.
Well, they start when they make 2x4s. They start with something rough that's already smaller than 2x4, and then they plane it down. So,
yeah. Clark said several lakes, about 5 acres. We technically a rainforest.
Yeah, I thought Alabama was pretty wet place.
So you got gators?
Yeah, he feeds them in the backyard. He's got a gator feeder.
So if you date his daughter and he doesn't like you, he just takes you out to the gators.
Yeah, let me show you the gators. They're cool.
Where'd he go? I don't know. He left. Didn't want to come.
You can feed them right out of your hand.
Spectrum said it's cool looking spot for this videos, man. I'm on the river, north side of Ontario.
Yeah, right on a river is nice.
Sandals Living Grave said balloon construction is a fireman's nightmare. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I put those fire blocks in. But yeah. But I tell you what, it was nice when I ran Cat 5 from the basement to the attic. I was like, let's keep going. Skylar said she'd up for that. I don't know if we can allow her to enter. It's like,
she's already got proven talent. I don't know.
Skylar, I don't know, man.
She could be a judge.
Disqualify you. It's like, what is it when they took that the NBA and they had that like it was like Olympics thing. They do all these crazy tricks,
like the skills competition.
Yeah. It was like the world something. They all wear red, white, and blue no matter what team they're on. It's like that. Like you're overqualified for that. we might have to have you have a handicap. Like you can't use a scroll saw or something. You can only use hand tools. Nothing with power.
Spectrum's got 25 acres, 800 meters on the river.
Nice. 25 acres. That's a lot of land.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Chris said, old wood, you don't have enough fingers and toes to count the growth rates. Exactly. Clark said he's got gators, wild hogs, and coyotes. Yeah. Sounds like
we have coyotes here. We not too many, but when I lived in Ottawa, capital of Canada. I mean, it's a city of more than a million people. And one morning, I was taking my stuff out to the curb for garbage, and I look across the street, and there's 2 coyotes eating the neighbor's garbage, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll just wait till these guys are done."
Spectrum Reality said, "I wish we had wild bacon." I saw that whole thing about the wild hogs eating rat poisoning, and it was actually turning their meat purple. That's kind of wild.
Yeah. Well, at least it's an indicator that you probably shouldn't eat them.
Yeah. Chris said, Dave almost sounds like too dangerous. Aussies, they're
it's too dangerous for Aussies. Yeah.
Even an Australian, it's gonna be I think it's a little wild. I don't know. Australia, like everything outside can kill you.
Yeah. He looks outside and he sees the black snakes rolling across his front yard.
Spectrum said, let that be the jungle. All right, guys. Looks like we hit 8:30. I appreciate everyone joining the live. Sorry, Roger couldn't make it. I'm sure he'll explain to us what happened next week. But I know he had a long week, so he maybe need a little TLC, a little rest and R&R. So thanks for joining us. Be ready for an upcoming live with the laser giveaway. And if you're interested in joining that 2x4 competition, I think Steve said it would be good just one solid 8-foot, one single 2x4. And we'll create a start and stop time.
Yeah,
of course you can,
because if you have 1,000 2x4s, you can make a house.
Right, exactly. So and we're on the fence if Skylar can enter or not. Sorry, Skylar. We might let her enter, but we know automatically she wins. At least you can't say we're not being male chauvinists. We're openly admitting a woman would beat us in that competition.
Soundly.
Chris said, thanks, guys. Great show. Catch you on the next live.
Take care, all.
Take it easy. Bye.
Ciao, man.
Yep. Bye.